Hi, I'm Cassie, and you're watching Cassie's Learn to Play video for the Neverland Rescue from Letiman Games. The Neverland Rescue is an asymmetrical game designed by Scott Elms for 2 players. In the Neverland Rescue, one player will play as our hero, Peter Pan, while the other player will play as our villain, Captain Hook. Both players will be attempting to complete their separate goals. For the Peter Pan player, the goal is to locate 5 of the friends shown on their secret goal card. For our Captain Hook player, the goal is to locate 5 out of 10 possible hideouts in which Pan's companions lie. The belief in fairies may increase or decrease as well, bringing either player closer to victory. To fly through the skies or sail through the seas, let's adventure away and learn to play the Neverland Rescue. In the Neverland Rescue, one player will take on the role of Peter Pan, while the other player will play as Captain Hook in this adventure for 2 players. Peter Pan will be attempting to complete a secret goal of successfully saving 5 of the friends shown on a secret objective card. As Peter works towards this secret goal, the Captain Hook player will be attempting to prevent Peter Pan from saving friends, while also locating the 5 hideouts in which Pan's companions lie, as Pan will be leaving behind clues of companion whereabouts. Each player will have special abilities they can utilize through their friends for Peter or pirates for Hook, as well as the ability to win the game by influencing the belief in fairies. Will magic win in the end? Or is it time to just grow up already? Before we head off to Neverland, let's first learn how to set up the Neverland Rescue. To begin setup, first both players must decide upon who will play as Peter Pan and who will play as Captain Hook. These 2 players will have their own setup, but before we do setup for each individual, we'll set up the shared components. Each player takes a reference card with a character side they are playing as, Peter Pan or Captain Hook, face up. The Neverland board is placed in the center of the table in such a way that Tinkerbell is on Peter Pan's side of the play area. The belief token is placed on the Neverland board in the center of the belief track. Shuffle the Neverland cards and place them face down near the board to create the Neverland deck. Now we're ready to set up for our 2 players, Peter Pan and Captain Hook. For Peter Pan, first take the 3 location cards. Shuffle the goal cards and randomly select one. Peter Pan may look at the goal, but don't let Captain Hook see. Shuffle the 10 hideout cards and randomly draw 5. Peter Pan will set these up in standees with their backs to the Captain Hook player, so Hook may not see which hideouts they are. Next, Peter Pan will take the 5 companion standees and place one randomly in front of each hideout so Hook may see them. Finally, Peter Pan takes all the clue tokens and keeps them nearby. Peter Pan is now set up and ready to play. For Captain Hook's play area, simply take the Captain Hook standee and 2 randomly selected pirate standees and keep them in the Captain Hook play area. The Neverland Rescue is now ready to begin. In the Neverland Rescue, Peter Pan and Captain Hook will play through rounds of the game, each working towards their specific goals. For Peter Pan, the player will be attempting to rescue the friends specified on the previously drawn goal card. For Captain Hook, the player will be attempting to correctly guess each of the 5 out of 10 potential hideouts which face Peter Pan. Both players will also be able to win if they can successfully advance the belief track completely in their direction. Each round of the Neverland Rescue is played over the course of the same 5 steps. In the first step of the game, Captain Hook draws 6 Neverland cards, then chooses the placement of 2 cards in each of the 3 columns shown under the Neverland board. Each location, or column, represents one of the 3 places Pan may be hiding. If Pan is able to avoid Hook and players find themselves alone at their locations, both players will take the 2 Neverland cards at their locations. If Hook and Pan find each other in the same location, instead each player will take only 1 Neverland card from the location. Neverland cards help both players achieve their individual goals, but we will learn more about these cards later on. After Hook chooses the placement of all 6 Neverland cards, in the second step, Peter Pan will decide upon a companion available to use as they look for hidden friends. Pan also secretly chooses one of the 3 locations to go searching that matches the 3 locations of the Neverland board. This is how Pan will be able to select Neverland cards. The companion Pan chooses has a special ability Pan may use once per game. Once the companion's special ability is used, it is considered exhausted and removed from the game. The companion, when exhausted, also leaves behind a clue of the hideout which stood behind it. On each hideout card are 2 clue images which have corresponding tokens. Peter Pan must choose one of the 2 clue images and place the corresponding token in front of the hideout card where the companion once stood. This provides Hook with clues about the identity of the hideout, bringing Hook closer to victory. There are ways in which Captain Hook may stop Pan's companions from helping, so Pan must choose the companion wisely. After Pan secretly chooses a location card and declares a companion, Captain Hook chooses a location to guard and a pirate who will guard the location for the 3rd step of the game. Similar to Peter Pan's companions, Captain Hook's pirates have special abilities which Captain Hook may use if Peter Pan is caught. After Captain Hook selects a location and pirate, both players enter the 4th step, which is to resolve the locations they've selected. Pan's chosen location is revealed, and players check to see if Captain Hook chose the same location. If Captain Hook and Peter Pan are in different locations, both players take the 2 Neverland cards at their chosen locations. Peter Pan then resolves the Neverland cards in any order chosen. After Pan resolves Neverland cards, the Captain Hook player resolves the newly received Neverland cards in any order chosen as well. There are 2 types of Neverland cards: silver-bordered rescue cards and gold-bordered action cards. Both types of cards carry 2 types of actions depending on which player is using it, Peter Pan or Captain Hook. If Peter Pan receives a rescue card, it is kept face up in front of Pan to showcase the friend just saved. Each card represents 1 friend, so Peter Pan will need to save at least 5 cards showing the friends on the secret goal card. Although if Pan saves other friends not on the goal card, all hope is not lost. Friends which are not shown on Pan's secret goal card are considered wild cards, and 2 wild rescue cards will equal 1 friend Pan needs to save. On the flip side of rescue cards is a way for Captain Hook to further identify the hideouts of Peter Pan's companions. If Captain Hook receives a rescue card, Peter Pan will provide Captain Hook with generic clue tokens. First, Pan will look at the clue icons or name of hideouts shown on Hook's rescue card. Then Pan will count how many times those named hideouts, or clue icons, are present on the hideout cards. Once Pan has the count, Pan will provide an equal number of generic clue tokens to Hook for Hook to keep on the played rescue card. Generic clue tokens do not reveal specific information about each hideout, but do provide Hook with more information about which kinds of hideouts are in play. The other type of card is the action card. Again, this card has 2 actions, one for Peter Pan and one for Captain Hook, depending on who is playing the card. Action cards carry either a hand symbol or a hazard symbol. Action cards with hazard symbols are resolved as soon as players receive them. Action cards with a hand symbol, however, may be kept in players' hands and do not need to be resolved immediately. Now, if Captain Hook and Peter Pan instead are in the same location, a few events will occur. First, Peter Pan selects one of the 2 Neverland cards at the location. Hook takes the remaining card. Just like if they were in separate locations, Pan's Neverland card is resolved before Captain Hook's Neverland card. After resolving Neverland cards, Captain Hook activates the ability of the chosen pirate. Hook also takes Peter Pan's chosen companion and removes it from the game, exhausting the companion before Peter Pan gets a chance to use it. Finally, because Peter Pan's companion becomes exhausted, Pan must leave a clue of the hideout of which the companion sat in front, just like if the companion had been activated and exhausted. After resolving the location or locations, Captain Hook will have the option to raid a hideout. To do so, Captain Hook declares a hideout believed to be placed in front of Peter Pan. If Captain Hook has guessed correctly, Peter Pan must reveal the correctly guessed hideout. If there is a companion waiting in front of the guessed hideout, it becomes exhausted and is removed from the game. However, if Captain Hook guesses the hideout incorrectly, the belief in fairies increases. The belief tracker is moved 2 spaces in the direction of the Peter Pan player and Little Tinkerbell. If the belief tracker makes it all the way to Tinkerbell, Peter Pan wins immediately. Likewise, if the belief tracker makes its way all the way to the Captain Hook player, Captain Hook will win the game immediately. After Captain Hook has made a decision whether they would like to declare a hideout or not, and if yes, the guess has been resolved, the 5th step is over as well as the round. All the Neverland cards remaining under the locations are discarded into a pile. Peter Pan retrieves the location card, and Captain Hook begins the new round by drawing 6 Neverland cards and placing them into chosen location columns, just like the first round. Eventually, one of 3 things will happen. The belief tracker will make its way to either Peter Pan or Captain Hook, declaring one of the 2 the winner. Peter Pan will successfully rescue enough friends on rescue cards to achieve the secret goal and win. Or Captain Hook will successfully identify all 5 hideouts in front of Peter Pan and will win. Once one of these 3 events occurs, the game ends and a winner is declared. Now you know how to play the Neverland Rescue. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to learn more about the game, be sure to visit the Kickstarter campaign or Letiman Games website. Thanks for learning how to play the Neverland Rescue, and I'll see you next time.